بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. قال المؤلف رحمه الله تعالى: باب آداب السلام. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: يسلم الراكب على الماشي والماشي على القاعد والقليل على الكثير، متفق عليه. وفي رواية البخاري: والصغير على الكبير. وعن أبي أمامة صدي بن عجلان الباهلي رضي الله عنه قال: قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن أولى الناس بالله من بدأهم بالسلام. رواه أبو داود بإسناد جيد. ورواه الترمذي عن أبي أمامة رضي الله عنه قيل: يا رسول الله، الرجلان يلتقيان أيهما يبدأ بالسلام؟ قال: أولاهما بالله تعالى. قال الترمذي: هذا حديث حسن. Chapter 133 says the etiquette of the salam, the adab of the salam, which is very similar to the ahkam. And of course, ahkam and adab are always going to intertwine. Etiquette, rulings, etiquette, manners are going to intertwine. Etiquette of eating is to say Bismillah, is to do, and some of those also rulings too. It's obligatory, it's haram, it's disliked, it's recommended. So what are the manners, what's best, what's preferred, whether it's obligatory or not, concerning the salutations? We've explained the importance of the salutations, the symbolism of the salams, and why it's so important in Islam. So the author, may Allah have mercy upon him, he says, adab, what's the etiquette, what are the manners of the salam? The first narration is reported by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Yusallimu rakibu ala al-mashi." Those who are riding should give salams to those who are walking. That's best, that's preferred. Whether it's mandatory or not, if someone is riding, someone's walking, that should be the dynamic. The rider should initiate the walker first. Hadith then states, وَالْمَاشِي عَلَى الْقَائِدِ. He who's walking should initiate he who is sitting with the salams. وَالْقَلِيلُ عَلَى الْكَثِيرِ. And the smaller group, lesser numbers, they should give the salams to the bigger group in larger numbers. And this hadith is agreed upon by Bukhari and Muslim. Another version of Sahih Bukhari says, وَالصَّغِيرُ عَلَى الْكَبِيرِ. The youngster should initiate the elder. I.e., you may come from a culture or a place or a city or a town or a borough or a hood in which it's the opposite. Where I come from, this is what we do. Well, in my culture, we do this. You learn this hadith, you can't practice your culture in front of the clear, authentic sunnah. The same applies to people with madhabs. Is it permissible to follow madhab? Is it haram? Is it a bid'ah, etc., etc.? You say, well, this hadith, well, I'm Maliki, so we do this. It's a reality. Or I'm Hanafi, where I come from. Hadith is clear. So here, in this instance, it will be impermissible for you to say you're Maliki or Hanafi, if that's what you mean, and what you want to clearly discard the kalam of the Messenger of Allah for the kalam of anyone or anything else. Culture, madhab, science, fatwa, etc. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Next narration is reported by Abu Umama Suday ibn Ajlan radiallahu anhuma, collected by Imam Abu Dawood. He says that the chain is sound. Inna awla nasi, the people who are closest to Allah, who are most deserving of Allah's blessings and rewards and protection. Inna awla nasi billahi, those who have the most right with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, man bada'ahum bis salam, are those who initiate the people with the salams first. So this proves, as we've explained before, Muslims who do not give each other the salams, initiate, return, suffer from weak iman. They suffer from weak faith. You don't give Muslim salams, Muslim says assalamu alaikum, you smile, you shake your head, whatever the case may be, ignorance and low faith. You initiate the person even if they're not going to return the salams. I ain't going to give him salams because I know he ain't going to give me salams. That's an excuse that we're all guilty of. Wallahu ta'ala alam. No, he says, and the Tirmidhi reported this hadith on Abu Umama's authority. Ya Rasulullah, someone asked the Messenger of Allah, Ar-rajulani yaltaqiyani, two men, they meet up. Ayyuhuma yabda'u bisalam, which of the two should say assalamu alaikum first? Who should run and try to, steal the blessings first? Who should initiate the greetings? He says, Awlahuma billahi ta'ala, is the one who's closest to Allah. The one who's closest to Allah will be the greediest to greet his brother first. And this hadith, Tirmidhi said it was Hasan. And obviously, the first hadith doesn't necessarily contradict this hadith with regards to the etiquette. It was preferred. But it doesn't mean that someone who should get the salams first shouldn't initiate it. Right? And this is why you find people that are knowledgeable and practice their knowledge, and you find people who are trying to be virtuous, you always find them rushing forth to get the good deed. Even though he's the grandpa or the grandmother or the sheikh or the imam, I can sit back, the people could bring it to me, the people could serve me. But you always find the virtuous, knowledgeable people rushing forth to serve the people. Even though the etiquette demands that what? The people should serve them. They should be sitting down. They always run towards this. You'll never find a really true knowledgeable person just sitting back on the throne saying, yes, bring me the food, bring me the grapes. You'll never find that. If the person has the knowledge, in most cases, he's not acting upon it. But those who have the ilm and they practice it, they are the ones that want to feed the people. They're the ones that want to open up the door. The sheikh overseas, you want to do something for you, he beats you to the punch. You want to pay for the food, he says, no, get out the way, I'll pay for it. Because they're aware of these texts. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. And of course, if I'm rushing to do something, and you're also rushing to do something, the world's a better place. The world is automatically a better place if we're both trying to beat each other.